so important. I see one of the major things I see is like the lights are too small on the ceiling. Fill the space. Like, don't be afraid to, there's no personality. It's just like you went into the shop, soothing, highlight different areas of the space. Basically what she's saying is a very accurate list. Hello, how are you today? Just ignore my chair today. My fluffy one, Avian has in her room, and that's not in this house, so I haven't got time to pick it up yet. If you haven't seen that video, by the way, I'll have it linked down below, or there'll be an image on the screen here, the nursery reveal. Go over and watch that. It's one of my favorites. But today, I saw an article on Vogue, and 8 styling mistakes interior designers always notice. And this one caught my attention because I wanted to see if these line up with the things that I know when I go into a space, because there is a right way to decorate. And I know with design there's no rules, and there isn't rules, but there is some core aspects to it that you kind of unintentionally follow. You don't do it specifically, but like it's just visually, it makes everything work together. But anyway, that's the preface of this video. So if you're interested, keep watching, because I'm actually very interested to see what points they have made. So without further ado, let's just jump into this. Also, my Wi-Fi is down, so it's not going to load the pictures, but I'll insert the pictures if there is any on the screen as I'm reading through them. 8 styling mistakes interior designers always notice. Yeah, I'm doing these curtains in a project actually, but anyway. Okay, so they're experts at considering space and scale. For one, that's actually one very important thing when you're designing, is scale is so important. So important. I see one of the major things I see is like the lights are too small on the ceiling, and it just looks like lost and it doesn't look proportionate. Like, you could have a very cheaply done room, but if the scale is right, everything will look extremely expensive, because it looks like it actually fits the space and it's made for that space. So don't be scared to go bigger with the lights. Same with like cushions and rugs. Like, don't be afraid to go big and fill the space instead of it being so tiny and pokey and just not nice. Short of telling you what to do, whatever. Yeah, okay, next time. Okay, so ignoring scale. Yeah, so consider space before buying furniture. Yeah, so basically what I just said. Fill the space. Like, don't be afraid to buy a bigger couch or buy a bigger coffee table. That's another thing. But also, you can get items that are too big for a space as well, and you can't move around, so you need to bear all factors in. See, interior design is not as easy as you may think, because there's a lot of elements to consider before you purchase everything and design everything, because you have to design around the scale of the room. But that's ignoring scale. I do agree with that one. That's probably one of my, oh okay, well, wrong size rug, that's kind of included in that ignoring scale. That's probably the biggest one, I think, ignoring scale, because that really differentiate a room that's done by a designer and a room that's done by someone who just was decorating their own house. I don't know what to call that person. Just a person who wouldn't be trained in interior design. Also, my friend Ava from Style So Simple, she is an amazing interior design page. If you go on, she has a whole slide of how to pick the right size rug, and personally, I'm not a very good person at explaining things. I just don't know how to explain things properly. So I think if you would love like a breakdown of exactly kind of what size and what key aspects to keep an eye out for, do go over and check her Instagram out and give her a follow, because she puts up tips all the time, even about styling shelves and placing art, how high to hang it, how low to hang it, how big it should be, how to balance out a fireplace. She has some amazing tips on her page, so definitely go check her out. And she does an amazing, the rug one is my favorite one of hers, because the amount of people I have to explain to about a rug size, I know I just bring up her slide to show them the difference between the smaller rug in the space and the bigger rug in the space that actually fits the space better, and then they're sold immediately. So definitely go check her out. Overaccessorizing. Okay, this is a new one for me. Okay, sure, knickknacks and decorate. Okay, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm like, I get it. There's a house I'm in at the moment, and there's like loads of little kind of like figurines around the place. I think it's not over-accessorizing, it's not being very specific with your accessorizing, like just having like stuff everywhere without like having a story with it or a proper arrangement with it. Let's see what this person says anyway. Sure, knickknacks and decorative items give a home personality, like this loud Parisian home above. I'll have it in picture inserted now. Yeah, so that's again like it telling a story with your accessories. Like, it's not just like teapots everywhere, and you know, it's a nice curation of accessories. It's not just like you walk in and there's just things everywhere. 4, badly hung art. This is like such like an attack on most people's homes. This can also mean, yeah, so basically your art should be eye level. See, again, I'm impossible. Again, if I go over to Style So Simple's Instagram page, and she'll have literally a breakdown of exactly how to hang art. So that's what you do. We're just going to ignore this whole point, and you know, you'll fix it by looking at her page. So go over and check her out. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Yes, this is a pet. See, not even store-bought everything. I think matching sets. So like a 3-piece couch. Like, so you have your 3-seater, your 2-seater, and your armchair all matching. I hate that. Your bedrooms or your bed and your dresser and your side tables all match. That drives me insane. There's no personality. It's just like you went into the shop and saw the display room and was like, yes, okay, I'll take all that. And that's it. So anyway, store-bought everything. Yeah, I just think it's like if you want to design a timeless home that's not going to date, mix styles. Have pieces that you've had for the past 20, 30 years. Mix it with a new couch. Get like new cushions, and have like your coffee table maybe that's like a century old or whatever. Like mix, like even architectural styles, like mix them, and it creates that timeless, cohesive look. So yeah, I think mixing is just the way to go. Like even if you have your couch and like a contrasting armchair, I think that looks a lot better than a couch and a matching armchair. It just looks like you didn't just go into the shop and say, I'll take that. It looks like you put a bit of thought into it, and it just creates a it has more personality, I think, and it's a great way to get express your personality in a space by mixing styles and kind of putting in what you like, but also scale is most important. Too many downlights. Your ceiling should not be filled with downlights or lacking the nuance of them is a missed opportunity for a successful design. Yeah, so basically what she's saying is, in, let's say for example, your kitchen, you have your spotlights. I personally like to use spotlights to light up like the floor path and like working areas, and then I like to have like my ambient lighting then for like in the evenings if you don't want the harsh, you know, spotlights. I have like the pendants kind of over your island, or wall lights over like your window, or something to light up your work zones. I do think there is such thing as too many downlights. I see a lot of new kitchens and new homes having like spotlights just everywhere. I think that's a bit too commercial. I think having too many spotlights. I do think they're a handy tool, especially with lower ceilings, but I do think it's important to kind of balance that with your more ambient lighting and warmer lights and more kind of that kind of soothing, highlight different areas of the space. 7, everything is the same height. Okay. Before I read this, I'm just going to presume it means that, like, say, so when you're looking at something, I know I used to do visual merchandising. So when you'd be styling like a shelf, you'd have like things at different heights. So visually, it's very captivating and it draws your attention and your eye takes a journey. So I'm assuming what this person means by everything is at the same height. It means that there's no like visual definition to the space. Just like the scale of a room, using the same height furniture is a trap. Yeah, basically, that's a good description of it. Yes. Shiny surfaces that reflect too much. I 100% agree with this. I think a lot of people, the shiny porcelain tiles, not for me. I'm not a shiny person anyway. I like it against like a matte, and I think it serves a purpose to add that, like, you know, different lighting effect. The way, because the way that lighting plays with materials is very captivating and very interesting. I think those are very aggressive, captivating. But I do think that glossy and shiny everything is just, it's cheap and tacky and it just doesn't always work. So I think, yeah, let me see what they say anyway. Shiny, matte, or polished. While finishes are often a personal preference, but basically, yeah, so you say if I had like a bulb, like a wall light here, and the wall behind was shiny, or the surface below was shiny, and you can see I don't know. Personally, I think that's a bit of a stupid one now that I'm reading it. But basically, yeah, I personally think that using too many shiny items and objects is a way to make your home look cheap. So if you want your home to look expensive, don't make everything shiny. Don't do it. But anyway, guys, that's Vogue's 8 styling mistakes interior designers always notice, and I can confirm that it's a very accurate list. Yeah, I mean, every point that they made was justified. I didn't understand the bottom one about the reflective surfaces. I feel like that's like a very niche and a very small detail that the majority of people won't notice, but someone who's obviously in the design field for a lot of years probably would notice something like that. But maybe in the windows. I don't know what she means, but most bulbs nowadays, like you can't, like it's a fancy bulb and it looks nice. So like, I mean, you don't mind seeing it. But yeah, anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm trying to do more videos like this. Not obviously taking Vogue's ideas, but my own interpretations of it. Because I want to focus my channel more on actually interior design, because it's like my biggest passion in life, and I want to share more of it with you. And I never thought that people would actually care enough to listen, but obviously they do. So I want to try to engage more with the interior side of things. And if you have any questions about interiors or anything you like answered, let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye.